Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to become architects, but not of buildings. We're going to be architects of documents. We're about to uncover the secret blueprint that can turn a confusing wall of text into something that's clear, professional, and just perfectly structured. So let's get started.
You know, does this sound familiar? You pour all of your best ideas into a report or a proposal, and it just turns into this jumbled mess. It's impossible for anyone to find anything, maybe even for you. It's a really common frustration, and it gets right to the heart of the problem we're talking about today.
Well, the solution lies in understanding a document's hidden structure. It's like a secret skeleton that gives every great document its shape and its strength. To bring order to all that chaos, we first need to see this internal blueprint, and it's all built with something called a heading hierarchy.
So what in the world is a hierarchy of headings?
Honestly, just think of it as the outline for your document. It's how you organize your text into different levels based on what's most important. And this isn't just about making some words bigger or bolder to look nice. No, it's about creating a logical map that actually guides your reader through your ideas. It's the backbone of your work, really. To make this all super simple, let's use an analogy. From this point on, I want you to think of your document as a building. Okay? Every part of it has a specific place in the overall architectural plan.
Right, so if our document is a building, we need to understand its different levels. We'll start with the whole structure, then we'll go down to the floors, and then we'll look inside the individual rooms. Each part has a purpose, and each one gets a specific heading style.
Here's exactly how that architecture breaks down. Your heading 1 is the entire building itself. That's the main title of your whole document. Then, your heading 2s are like the different floors inside the building. These are your main sections, like introduction, methodology, conclusion. And finally, heading 3s are the individual rooms on each floor, and that's where you get into all the specific details.
Now, for our building to stay strong and not just, collapse into a pile of rubble, there is one golden rule you absolutely have to follow. This is all about maintaining the structural integrity of your document.
And here is that rule. It's simple. You can't skip levels. You always have to move from a larger level to the next one down in order, from the building to a floor to a room. You never, ever jump. Doing that breaks the entire structural logic.
And this visual just shows it perfectly. The correct path is sequential. You go from heading 1 to heading 2, then to heading 3. The incorrect path, where you jump straight from a heading 1 to a heading 3, is like trying to build a room that's just floating in midair. It has no floor, no heading 2 to support it. The whole logic just falls apart.
Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking, this is interesting, but why does this really matter for my actual job? And that is a fantastic question. This isn't just some abstract theory. It's a skill with some powerful, real-world benefits in any professional setting.
Because mastering this one simple skill unlocks 5 huge professional perks. And these are real advantages that will make your work stand out, save you a ton of time, and honestly, just make you a much more effective communicator. Let's break them down.
So let's run through these 5 perks. First, structural organization. Your document is just instantly clear and logical. Second, an automated table of contents. Your word processor can build it for you in seconds, but only if your headings are correct. Third is easy navigation. Just imagine your boss is trying to find one specific number in your 50-page report. With proper headings, they can find it in 5 seconds. Without them, they might just give up. Fourth is consistency. It just looks professional when every main section looks the same and every subsection looks the same. And finally, and this one is so important, accessibility. Screen readers, which are used by visually impaired people, rely on these heading tags to understand the document. So proper structure makes your work accessible to everyone.
Okay, that's enough theory. Let's actually put this into practice. Imagine we're writing a report on computer systems. We're going to build the skeleton together, right now.
Just look at this beautiful structure. Introduction to Computer Systems is our heading 1. That's the whole building. The first floor is internal hardware, a heading 2. And the rooms on that floor? CPU and motherboard, both are heading 3s. See how they're nested inside? Then we go back up to the floor level for our next main section, external peripherals, which is another heading 2. It's logical, it's clean, and it's so easy to follow.
Right? This example makes it all feel wonderfully clear. So let's absolutely summarize the key points for your notes. I think boiling this all down to the core principles is the best way to make it stick.
All right, let's distill everything we've talked about into your top 3 takeaways. These are the core ideas that I want you to remember every single time you open a new document.
Just 3 simple things. I promise you, if you can master these, the clarity of your work will completely transform. Let's lock them in. Here they are.
Number 1, structure is king. Please remember, headings are not just decoration, they are the functional skeleton of your document. Number 2, never skip a level. Always maintain that logical flow, H1 to H2 to H3. No floating rooms. And number 3, unlock professional perks. Using headings the right way isn't extra work. It's actually a shortcut to automating tasks, making navigation a breeze, and improving accessibility.
And so, we're going to end with a question for you. We've just handed you the architectural blueprint for creating clear, powerful, and professional documents. So the only question left is, what magnificent structure are you going to build first? Thank you so much for your time.